Is life possible on Mars? The biggest, interesting, and amusing question of today's time. We often think and talk about this that is it really possible to live on some other planet? Is life available on some other planets as well? Or how can we reach there? And the most fascinating planet we have for the answer is the Mars. So, hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Watch with Nachos, and today we will find the answer of the question: is life possible on Mars? Mars is the fourth planet of our solar system, just next to the Earth. It is also known as Red Planet, a dusty, cold desert world with a very thin atmosphere. It's smaller in size than Earth and it has two moons. This smaller, colder, more distant cousin of the Earth most certainly had wet past, where liquid water clearly flowed out on the surface for more than a billion years. Circumstantial evidence has pointed to the plausibility of life on Mars, not only in the ancient past but possibly still living and perhaps occasionally active, even today. These robotic explorers have found lots of evidence that Mars was much wetter and warmer with a thicker atmosphere billions of years ago. But why Mars? Why are we sending so many rovers, satellites, and conducting research and experiments for this particular planet in our solar system? Because interestingly, Mars and Earth have lot of features in common. Mars is about half the size of Earth. It completes one rotation every 24.6 hours, which is very similar to one day on Earth, 24 hours. Also, a year in Mars is about 687 Earth days. Like Earth, Mars has distinct seasons, but they last longer than seasons here on Earth since Mars takes longer to orbit the Sun because it's farther away. And while here on Earth the seasons are evenly spread over the year, lasting 3 months, on Mars the seasons vary in length. This cousin of Earth has the maximum chances of having a life forms maybe in past or in future. With the information we have obtained from the various orbiters, landers and rovers, we have made a slew of fascinating discoveries on Mars. We see dried up riverbeds and evidence of ancient glacial events on the Martian surface. We find tiny hematite spheres on Mars as well as the copious evidence for sedimentary rocks, both of which only form on Earth in aqueous environments. We have observed solid subsurface ice, snows, and even frozen surface water on Mars in real time. All the raw ingredients that are required for life on Earth were abundant on early Mars as well, including a thick atmosphere and liquid water on its surface. Although Mars no longer appears as though it's teeming with life today, there are pieces of evidence that past or even present life might be a possibility. The piece of evidence came when a fragment of Martian meteoroid Allen Hills 84001 was recovered in 1984. As it turns out, approximately 3% of all meteoroids that fall on Earth originate from Mars. It originally formed on Mars some 4 billion years ago and landed on Earth only some 13,000 years ago. When we looked inside of it in 1996, it appears to contain material that could be the remnants of fossilized organic life forms, although they could have arisen from inorganic processes as well. Another evidence came out with NASA's latest Mars rover, Curiosity. As the seasons changed on Mars, Curiosity detected bursts of methane emitted from specific underground locations, but only at the end of Martian winter and with onset of spring. This is again an ambiguous signal at best, as inorganic geochemical processes could be seasonal and result in the release of methane, but organic biological process could cause this as well. It is possible that life originated on Earth and seeded Mars with life. It's possible that life originated on Mars and then seeded Earth. It's even possible that life predated both Earth and Mars, and early forms of it took hold on both planets. But at this point in time, we have no overwhelming evidence that life ever existed on Mars at all. We have a few hints that could be indicators of past or present and life there. There are theories that say that Mars had early life and it still persists in a mostly dormant form beneath the surface. This is the most optimistic but still scientifically viable view of life on Mars. If this is the case, then there are still organisms to be found beneath the Martian surface. Well, who knows the truth? The multi-billionaire Elon Musk, founder and CEO of SpaceX, has said that he will colonize the Mars within next 100 years. His futuristic vision says that he will send humans to Mars by 2050. SpaceX is trying to build Starship spacecraft and super heavy rocket that have a reusable transportation system. It would be amazing to watch this event happen. So yes, we can have this dream of sipping a cup of tea on the surface of Mars some beautiful day. So that's it for today's topic. Is life possible on Mars? We discussed about the theories and the evidences that claim that life might be possible on Mars surface. Thank you. Namaste.